Survey reveals that less than 50% of Apple iPhone owners know which model they use. What a weird headline, a weird story. So essentially this website, which sells refurbished smartphones, tablets, and other tech gear, conducted a survey with 2,000 phone owners to figure out how much the average owner knows about their specific smartphone. And they had some interesting findings on here. They say those who own Samsung Galaxy flagship devices are more likely to know the model in their hand than an iPhone user. Only 44% of those asked knew what the phone they have is, knew that the phone they have is an iPhone XR or an iPhone 7. So in other words, iPhone XR owners and iPhone 7 owners, not the most familiar with the product that's in their pocket. Then a slightly higher, 45.9% knew they had an iPhone 8. So iPhone 8 owners, I don't know, 1 percentage point better. It's pretty similar. On the flip side, 71.3% of Galaxy S9 Plus owners knew that that's exactly what they were using. You see how that works there? So iPhone users just say, I'm using an iPhone. I don't remember what generation, but this kind of makes sense to me. I know the way people are going to spin this. They want to spin this like, oh, iPhone users are stupid. That's what they want to spin that, but it's not really that. Well, I mean, maybe it's that.
Let me guess. Is this?
You see what? No, yeah. I was joking. By the way,
Is this because of adoption? Like,
no, it's just because of the way you buy an iPhone, upgrade. Right? It's only one product. Like, if you are considering an Android phone, you're looking at the S9 Plus, the P30 Pro. Like, right, it's all very...
A lot of companies.
They're doing a ton of cross-shopping. And then when you make your eventual selection, you have a reason for doing so. In the iPhone marketplace, you just go, I need a new phone, but I buy iPhone, so I don't know, I'm just going to get the next iPhone.
Right.
As opposed to being... Because you're not cross-shopping. So you're not necessarily staring at the version as much. You might... Even in your head, you might be like, oh, this is a 2019 iPhone or something like that in your head. You know, I think of many people who are on older generation iPhones and they're like, I need a new iPhone. They don't say I need the iPhone XS Max. Mm-hmm. They just say I need a new iPhone. So that's all that is. It's in the way that the marketing takes place and in the fact that you have a singular device under that one OS. That there's only really one option in that department. Now, granted, I guess you could go in and be like, there could be maybe more of a gap between, say, the 7, 8, and then the 10. Because that was like, okay, you're leaving the home button. It's a bit more obvious. Should be, hopefully, a bit more obvious. But I have to say, I'm not very surprised by these findings. It looks like, if you look at the graph there, iPhone XR, the worst performer in terms of awareness, 44% of users. iPhone 7, this is actually tied. So they're the lowest on the spectrum. And then the Samsung stuff shows an improvement on pretty much every model for user awareness. So I don't know. It's hard for our community here because they're going to be judgmental. These people watching here, they're going to be like, what are you talking about? You don't know which phone model yet. Because you're watching tech content on YouTube. So, yeah, it makes sense. But everybody uses a smartphone in the world. And not everybody cares as much as you do. Or me.
We always talk about in the studio about iPhones having just being named the year that it was released.
Yeah. Like cars. Yeah. I know, it's an interesting thought. If someone could do it, they could do it. iPhone 2019, iPhone 2020. Because it does get, I mean, especially they're into the numerals now. People don't even call it right. They're iPhone X.
Yeah.
XS, Max. I mean, it's out of hand, right? The names of phones is just out of hand right now. I got to admit, I don't like it. But the problem is when the other manufacturers all buy into this model of like upping the number, it seems like more.
Yeah.
Right? There's a subliminal effect to it. So I don't see that happening personally, but I think in practice, especially in the iPhone department, that what you said is what more people are doing anyways. And by more people, I don't mean the tech enthusiast crowd that watches this. I mean the average person in the billions of sales that take place. They're just like, you know what? My phone's a bit slow. I need a new iPhone. I mean, I've had this happen. I'm sure it's completely anecdotal, but I'll be like, people be like, do you think I need a new phone, Lou? I'll be like, oh, what are you on right now? They're like, I don't know, this iPhone 6, 7. I don't. They don't remember. Like I've had this take place.
Yeah.
in my personal life. So especially with iPhone users, they're committed to the brand, they're committed to the software, and then the hardware is almost secondary, more so than it is with other smartphone brands, because every purchase decision in the Android space, there's cross shopping that can take place. Can't really happen on iOS.